everyone. Ever felt like you're stuck in quicksand, unable to start that important project, or even the simplest task? You're not alone. Procrastination and lack of motivation are universal struggles, but today we're going to change that. Thanks for joining us. In this video, we're diving into 10 powerful techniques that will help you crush procrastination and ignite your motivation. Whether you're a student, professional, or just someone looking to get more out of life, these strategies will give you the tools to take action and achieve your goals. Ready to transform from procrastinator to productivity powerhouse? Let's get started. Technique 1. Eat the frog. Our first technique is called Eat the Frog, a concept popularized by Brian Tracy, inspired by a quote often attributed to Mark Twain. If it's your job to eat a frog, it's best to do it first thing in the morning. And if it's your job to eat 2 frogs, it's best to eat the biggest one first. But don't worry, we're not talking about actual frogs here. In this context, the frog is your most important and usually most challenging task of the day. Here's how to apply this technique. Identify your frog. At the end of each day, or first thing in the morning, determine the most crucial task you need to accomplish. Do it first. Tackle this task before anything else, when your energy and willpower are at their highest. No distractions. Focus solely on this task until it's complete, or you've made significant progress. Reward yourself. Acknowledge your accomplishment once you've eaten the frog. Why does this work? It leverages your peak energy levels for your most important work. It gives you a sense of accomplishment early in the day, boosting motivation for other tasks. It prevents your biggest task from looming over you all day. For example, if writing a report is your frog, sit down to work on it first thing in the morning, before checking emails or attending to smaller tasks. Pro tip: combine this with the Pomodoro technique, which we will cover later. If your frog seems too daunting, commit to working on it for just 5 minutes. Often you'll find momentum and continue beyond those initial minutes. Remember, by eating the frog first, you ensure that no matter what else happens during the day, you've already accomplished your most important task. This technique can dramatically reduce procrastination and increase your overall productivity. Technique 2. Behavioral activation. Next up is behavioral activation, a powerful technique often used in therapy for depression, but incredibly effective for anyone struggling with motivation. The core principle is simple: action comes before motivation. Here's how to apply it. Make a list of activities that typically bring you a sense of accomplishment or pleasure. For example, it could be exercise, learning a language, or playing a musical instrument. Start small. Choose one simple activity from your list. Schedule it. Set a specific time to do this activity, no matter how you feel. Do it. Follow through, even if you don't feel like it. Reflect. Notice how you feel afterwards. Often you'll experience a mood boost. For example, if you enjoy reading but haven't felt motivated lately, schedule just 10 minutes of reading time. Do it regardless of your mood. You'll likely find that taking action improves your state of mind, and you'll find you start working through that stack of unread books in no time. Remember, the key is consistency. Small, regular actions can lead to significant improvements in motivation over time. Technique 3. The 5-second rule. Our third technique is the 5-second rule, popularized by Mel Robbins. This simple but powerful tool helps you overcome that initial hesitation that often leads to procrastination. Here's how it works. The moment you have an impulse to act on a goal, start counting backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When you reach 1, physically move to take action. This countdown acts as a starter ritual, interrupting the habit of overthinking and hesitation. It's particularly useful for tasks you tend to put off, like getting out of bed, starting a workout, or making that phone call you've been avoiding. The beauty of this technique is its simplicity. It doesn't require motivation, it just requires a decision to count down and move. Try it right now. Think of something you've been putting off. Count down from 5, and when you hit 1, stand up or make a physical movement towards doing that task. 5 to 4, 3, 2, 1. Go! Technique 4. Visualization. Our fourth technique taps into the power of your mind. Visualization. Here's how to use visualization to boost your motivation. Find a quiet place and get comfortable. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Vividly imagine yourself successfully completing the task you've been avoiding. Engage all your senses. What do you see, hear, feel? Imagine the sense of accomplishment and relief you'll feel when it's done. For example, if you're procrastinating on a work project, visualize yourself sitting at your desk, fingers flying across the keyboard. Imagine the satisfaction of hitting send on that completed report. This technique works because your brain doesn't always distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. By visualizing success, you're priming your brain for action. Pro tip: combine this with the 5-second rule. Visualize, then count down and take immediate action. Technique 5, the 2-minute rule. Technique number 5 is the 2-minute rule, a simple but effective strategy for tackling those small tasks that often pile up and overwhelm us. The rule is straightforward. If a task will take less than 2 minutes to complete, do it immediately. Here's why it works. It prevents small tasks from accumulating and becoming daunting. It gives you quick wins, boosting your sense of accomplishment. It builds momentum, making it easier to tackle larger tasks. Examples of 2-minute tasks: responding to an email, making your bed, putting dishes in the dishwasher, scheduling an appointment. The key is to make this a habit. Whenever you notice a quick task, don't put it off. Just do it right away. Remember, the goal isn't to get everything done in 2 minutes, but to eliminate the small stuff that often leads to feeling overwhelmed and unmotivated. Technique 6, habit stacking. Our 6th technique is habit stacking, a powerful method for building new habits by attaching them to existing ones. Here's how it works. Identify a current habit you do consistently. This is your anchor. Choose a new habit you want to build. Stack the new habit immediately after your existing habit. The formula is, after current habit, I will new habit. For example, after I pour my morning coffee, I will meditate for 1 minute. After I brush my teeth, I will do 10 push-ups. After I sit down at my desk, I will write my to-do list for the day. Why does this work? Your brain already has strong neural pathways for your existing habits. By linking a new habit to an established one, you're piggybacking on those existing pathways, making the new habit easier to remember and execute. Start small. Choose tiny habits at first and gradually build up as they become automatic. Remember, consistency is key. It's better to spend 10 or 20 minutes learning a language each day than cram in a full morning or evening, 1 day a week. Technique 7, personal reward system. Our 7th technique is creating a personal reward system. This taps into the psychology of positive reinforcement to boost your motivation. Here's how to set it up. Identify tasks or goals you often procrastinate on. For each task, choose a reward that you genuinely look forward to. Make the reward proportional to the task. Be consistent in giving yourself the reward only after completing the task. Examples. After 30 minutes of focused work, enjoy your favorite snack. Once you finish a big project, treat yourself to a movie night. For each day you stick to your exercise routine, put $5 in a treat yourself fund. The key is to choose rewards that are meaningful to you and to be strict about only getting the reward after completing the task. This works because it creates a positive association with tasks you might normally avoid. Over time, your brain starts to link the task with the good feeling of the reward. Remember, the goal is to build intrinsic motivation over time. As you build momentum and see progress, you may find the accomplishment itself becomes the reward. Technique 8, environment design. Our 8th technique is environment design. This is about setting up your physical space to make it easier to stay focused and motivated. Here's how to implement it. Identify your biggest distractions. For example, your phone, TV, clutter. Remove or minimize these distractions in your workspace. Add elements that enhance focus and motivation, e.g., good lighting, plants, inspiring quotes. Create dedicated spaces for specific tasks if possible. Make it easy to do the task you want to do with the tools you need at hand. Some practical tips. Use website blockers during work hours to keep yourself from checking social media, for example. Keep your workspace clean and organized. Use noise-canceling headphones if you're in a noisy environment. Why does this work? Your environment has a huge impact on your behavior. By designing a space that supports your goals, you reduce the mental effort needed to get started and stay focused. Remember, your environment isn't just physical. Digital environments matter too. Organize your computer desktop, use productivity apps like Rise to track your hours and focus levels, and set up your smartphone to minimize distractions. Technique 9, the habit domino method. Our final technique is the habit domino method, also known as the Seinfeld strategy. Here's how it works. Choose a task or habit you want to develop consistency with. Get a physical calendar. Alternatively, you can also set up an Excel spreadsheet or habit tracking app. Every day you complete the task, mark it off on your calendar. Your goal is to create the longest unbroken chain of marks possible. For example, if your goal is to write every day, each day you write, you put a big X on that date. As the chain of X's grows, you'll feel more motivated to keep it going. Why is this effective? It provides a visual representation of your progress. It taps into your natural desire for consistency. It makes you focus on the process rather than the end goal. The key is to choose a task that's challenging but doable every day. Start small, even just 5 minutes of the activity counts. Remember, if you do break the chain, don't get discouraged. Just start a new chain immediately. The goal is progress, not perfection. Technique 10, Pomodoro Technique. Our final technique is the Pomodoro Technique, which you may well have heard of. In our version, we also call it the 5-minute method, a flexible approach to getting things done. Here's how it works. Start small. Commit to just 5 minutes of focused work on your task. Yes, just 5 minutes. Set a timer. Use your phone or a simple kitchen timer to keep track. Begin working. Focus solely on your task for those 5 minutes. Reassess. When the timer goes off, decide if you want to continue or stop. Now here's the key. 5 minutes is just the starting point. It's the minimum commitment to get you moving. Often, you'll find that once you've started, you'll want to keep going. You might end up working for 15, 25, or even 50 minutes. Why does this work? It overcomes the initial resistance to starting. It makes the task feel less daunting. It builds momentum, making it easier to continue. On tough days, even 5 minutes of focused work is a win. On better days, you might find yourself in a flow state for much longer periods. The beauty of this method is its flexibility. Pro tip: if you're feeling particularly motivated, you can set longer initial periods, maybe 10 or 15 minutes. The important thing is to choose a time that feels manageable to you in the moment. Remember, again, the goal is progress, not perfection. Even small steps forward are victories against procrastination. So, next time you're struggling to start a task, tell yourself, I'll just do it for 5 minutes. You might be surprised where those 5 minutes lead you. Conclusion. And there you have it, 10 powerful techniques to crush procrastination and ignite your motivation. Let's quickly recap. Eat the frog, behavioral activation, the 5-second rule, visualization, the 2-minute rule, habit stacking, personal reward system, environment design, the habit domino method, Pomodoro technique. Remember, overcoming procrastination and building motivation is a journey. These techniques are tools in your toolkit. Experiment with them, combine them, and find what works best for you. The most important step? Taking action. Right now, choose one of these techniques and commit to trying it today. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more productivity tips. And let us know in the comments which technique you're going to try first. Remember, you've got this. Now go out there and make it happen.